Well, her joints tend to pop in and out. She's had multiple surgeries and she's hooked up to a central line and a feeding tube. But that isn't stopping her from staying active and living a fulfilling life. April Wight overcomes obstacles every day, and that's what makes her Stateline Strong.
They constantly, like, if you watch my shoulders, they sublux, like, on their own, in and out, in and out.
Joints moving in and out, just one of the ailments showing 36-year-old April Wight has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that affects connective tissue.
So you're born with it, but there were, like, when I think back, there were clear signs that I was a little bit different. So I have the hypermobile type, which is the most benign form. People will say double jointed.
Wight was officially diagnosed 3 years ago. She went to the doctor for stomach and digestive problems. A local geneticist conducted a series of tests, followed by more tests at the Mayo Clinic, leading to the diagnosis of EDS.
When I went to Mayo, I saw a geneticist there. They go by a score for the hypermobile type because there's no genetic testing for it. And I had the same score with both geneticists.
Wight became malnourished and lost much of the muscle she gained from her days as a gymnast, dancer, and volleyball athlete, leading to a worsening of symptoms. Fast forward 3 years, Wight now needs a long list of medical supplies.
If I shower, I put this really big Tegaderm over everything.
A saline bag, needles, pump batteries, IV nutrition and meds, tubing, connectors, a long list of supplies needed to keep Wight healthy.
I developed POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. And when you stand up, my heart rate jumps up like 40 points, and then I get lightheaded and sometimes pass out.
She's connected to a feeding tube and a central line.
Do these two and shove them in a backpack.
And can only disconnect for several hours at a time. But despite her medical hardships and setbacks like sepsis, clots, epilepsy, and a broken ankle, Wight perseveres.
I really like to bike, so I'll put the tube feed and the saline, I put it in my bag on my bike and then clip it to myself, and then I can just go riding like wherever. I've ridden actually to your station. I was like, I think I can do it. So I did, and I took some like selfies and then rode back, and that ended up being like a 25-mile day.
Staying active and having a positive attitude. What she says helps her get out of bed each and every day.
A lot of people, I guess, just kind of hide out in their house all the time. But I never wanted to be like that. So I'm just like, I'll get up and go. I don't care.
It's that carefree spirit despite her setbacks.
Just keep trucking. That's what I do.
And love of life that makes April Wight Stateline Strong. Such an inspiration. Now, Wight says it's the support of her family and the desire to be strong for her nieces and nephews that also helps inspire her positivity. She adds her goal is to someday get off the central line and feeding tubes, but in the meantime, she's staying active, riding her bike, and loves crocheting and knitting for others.
Well, if you're